So I should have more or less fixed the lag problem that's been plaguing my device for a few days now. So we're finally ready to take a look at day number 10 of the Redstone Advent Calendar. This is going so well, I can't believe it. Well, let's take a look. So I never thought the day would come either, but here we are regardless. I'm doing a tutorial on this very simple, very tiny item filter design. Now well, this is so basic, so I would not be surprised if someone has done this in the past. But what I've done is inside these hoppers, I have programmed the different types of dirt, because for some reason 1.17 there are a total of 5 types now. But as you can see, if I chuck these in the water stream, starting with the normal dirt, then it's going to find its hopper. Oh, this one, and you can see it will make its way in there just like that. There we go. So you can see we lost quite a lot of dirt, but in theory you'd loop this back around or something, and it wouldn't be a problem. As you can see, the system is extremely tiny and extremely cheap as well. It doesn't use any repeaters whatsoever. The only thing is I won't be doing a tutorial on this water stream here because it is so basic and there are so many different ways of making a very similar thing happen. You could just have a hopper stream, a hopper line going across these hoppers if you wanted to. So I'm not going to be doing a tutorial for the actual kind of transportation of the items, but there are plenty of tutorials you could find online that tell you how to do the same thing. Anyway, without any further ado, let's get into this, shall we? So the first thing you want to do is make sure you have some form of container that your item filter is going to be pointing into. It doesn't matter at all what that container is. Obviously, I'm just using a barrel for demonstration purposes here. Anyway, to start with, you're going to place 2 hoppers above your barrel like that, and then you can place a block on top of that hopper like that, and a block to the right, and remove that block, and then place a hopper facing in this direction, going into the block like that. Then you can place another block downward like this, and another block to the right, and place a comparator facing outward like so. Then you can get a glass block and place it like that, and then place a temporary block here, a block down and a block to the right, and you can remove that temporary block, put redstone dust on those 3, and then a target block here and a redstone torch here. Now, this is where the interesting bit comes in, because you want to make sure that you have some items that you can use as kind of extra. I don't know, I'm not a storage tech person, so I don't know what they're called, but items that you'll put in the last 4 slots to make sure that the filter doesn't overflow or whatever. Again, I really have no idea what I'm talking about, but I'm just using Bedrock myself. So you want to put like that 4 items in the last slots, and then whatever item you want to assign to this particular filter in the first slot, and you see that will gradually tick down like that, and once it reaches 41 it will stop, and you can take out those items at the bottom. So you also want to make sure that in this hopper here, so the middle one, that there is just one buffer item, and that means that your entire filter is going to be working perfectly, and any items that go in the top here are just going to make their way down to the bottom as long as they match the one that you put in the first slot. Now, some suggestions for what you can put in these 4 slots: really anything, as long as it's not going to go through the system at all. You can pretty much put whatever you want in here. I would recommend something that is renamed on an anvil, because that absolutely guarantees that it isn't just going to be chucked into the system. Even something like Bedrock might be a bit of a poor thing to put in here, because Bedrock is indeed an item you can obtain, and you might find people chucking Bedrock into your storage system. Whatever you want, as long as it's as long as it's not going to have any items going over the top that match it. Anyway, that's just about it. It's a really short tutorial again. I hope you found this educational and useful, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye bye.